Hello again, fellow YouTubers. Solomon Pleasant, and is T here?
No.
You're not?
Nope. I'm totally not lying on the couch right now.
You're lazy. I'm gonna throw you under the bus this entire time. T's here. Again.
No, it's because I've been waiting forever for you to get the camera set up.
Okay, fine. Doing Team O.M.G. Vanguard clan review thing again. Today we have Megacolony, the best clan ever, right?
Oh, totally.
Totally the best clan ever.
Actually,
that is no joke.
It is my favorite clan, no joke.
Yeah, no joke. It's actually really good. We're gonna explain that. So, I'm gonna let you have the honors because it's your favorite clan. I know how they work, but just kind of address the audience how they work.
Alright, so Megacolony. Megacolony is a clan from the Zoo Nation. It is a crime syndicate made entirely of sentinel insects. Their primary mechanics... that's all really boring there on the screen, by the way.
Yep.
But anyways, long story short, they're all about resting units.
And just trolling you all the time.
Yeah, they were Link Joker before Link Joker.
They were, actually, not gonna lie. Because Megacolony's whole idea is this. Oh, you have rear guards? I will prevent you from having those attacks, because I don't want to get attacked.
However, when Link Joker showed up, they started resting Vanguards, and it was K.
Yeah, because Megacolony knows how to one-up other people. They also had this little thing going on with Giraffa of, hey, I'm gonna blow up grade 1s, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Nah, Giraffa sucks. I don't like Giraffa. I've never.
T doesn't like Giraffa, so
never liked Giraffa. It's not a good card. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
We'll talk about it in a second. I don't know what my controller is doing. History. Talk about Megacolony's history in the show.
Alright, in the show, it was okay the first episode I got, or the first season. They kind of showcased it a couple points. They didn't really showcase it much during the second season.
What was Megacolony in the second season? What are you talking about? There was no second season of Megacolony.
Yeah.
Or season 3. In season 4, we got the break ride. A season late. Thanks, Bushy Road.
So, yeah, they kind of never really liked Megacolony. I think it comes down to the fact that they're bugs and people don't like bugs.
Yeah, I really think that's the whole psychological thing behind that.
But,
like, season 1, we had this one guy using him, and, do you even remember his name?
No, actually.
He was a hipster, let's go with that.
He had white hair, and he had 2 younger brothers, though, and he was super cool.
And he used Megacolony with Kagero, kind of like how Nubatama had to blend with Kagero, because almost every clan was not supported during season 1, so everyone's like, let's just throw Kagero in.
And back then, mixed clanning was legal, but now it's not.
What's mixed clanning nowadays?
Well, it's yeah, you can't mix clans anymore, really. So.
No, you can't. And then, season 4, we had a guy who was a butler using the break ride when Legion was dominant, so he was very uninformed.
Yeah.
And then since then, we have not seen Megacolony, so Megacolony really gets the shaft from Bushy Road. You have to admit, out of the clans, Megacolony's up there as clans of just getting, completely neglected by Bushy Road in support and just showcasing.
It's a little unfortunate, but, you know.
I think we can compare Megacolony to, let's see, who else really gets... Granblue really gets the shaft a lot when it comes to support.
Yeah, but you guys even got a main character.
That's true. At least Granblue has that. I can't... Murakumo is probably the only other clan that I can think of that just gets shafted all the time.
Nubatama.
Nubatama at least got a showcasing in the show, at least got full battle.
Yeah, I'll give it
and got break right support.
But they also showcased it with Crusher Kyo, so...
Yeah, that's true. Kyo did a pretty good job in Season 2 with it.
Yeah. So...
Let's just talk about decks now. I'm just going to click on machinings at the moment, but talk about, just explain Giraffa to everybody.
Oh, Giraffa. Giraffa's a sucky deck that's a break ride, because break rides suck.
You mean a ride chain?
Sorry, a ride chain, not a break ride. That'd be good.
Break rides are good. What Giraffa's whole idea is guarantee the ride chain to go off, which, same with the Shadow Paladin ride chain.
It's the stupid Shadow Paladin ride chain that doesn't always work 90% of the time.
To be fair, the grade 2 is actually pretty good. We'll talk about
the grade 2 is good if he didn't need to be on Vanguard.
Yeah, that's true. Giraffa's idea is I'm gonna blow up boosters so that you don't have those boosters, which starts out okay, but after you really get into it, there isn't much to go off of him.
It's a 1-on-1, it's a 1v1 trade.
Like, he can
good
supply
card.
support because it does have to hit, so there's that whole idea of I really don't want him to blow up my rear guard, so there's that.
Yeah, but
And I kind of defend giraffa just because.
When your entire deck's based on resting rear guards, why'd you make your main card about blowing up rear guards?
Well, you
other
just
cards blow up rear guards and gain effects for it. All the other ones gain effects for resting rear guards.
This will have to be a deck discussion later. I'll probably make a deck profile out of that at some point, because I'm just that awful. And then we had Master Beetle, right? Master Beetle was the thing.
Master Beetle came out before Giraffa
In America.
here in the States. And yeah, Master Beetle pretty much needed to be released in Japan, otherwise Megacolony would never get crud.
Oh no, they would never get anything.
So,
but
Master
up
Beetle-
until like season 3, Megacolony didn't really have a good deck concept. I mean, they had like
they had
units.
machining, which actually came out in
the
comic style
machine
form.
that's on the screen right now, Stag.
Yeah, Stag was actually awesome.
Let's actually talk about machinings just because they're the only real big deck that Megacolony has at the moment. Explain machinings.
So machinings are like normal Megacolony, only they also focus on using the soul. So old Megacolony cards never really touched the soul ever.
Old Megacolony is basically, hey, let's just kind of rest stuff for shenanigans, and machinings are like, hey, let's rest stuff, get power off that, and then rest more.
Exactly, and like use the soul as some part of that.
And then
So-
use the soul as that side counter.
Yeah. Well, and cost, generally. Generally there's some sort of
And-
cost related to the soul.
And Megacolony is another clan that sadly suffers the same fate as a lot of clans that aren't like big meta clans do, is that they once they get an archetype, they don't go away from that archetype. Like, this is probably uploaded after my Tachikaze vid, but as I explained in Tachikaze, once they got Ancient Dragons, they don't go back. Same thing with Megacolony here. They got machinings, they aren't going back. Because all the support they get now is machining.
They get some non-machining, like the Break Ride, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, the Break Ride, we'll discuss that. We've discussed the Break Ride, me and Monty did, but we'll discuss that.
Yeah,
We'll definitely.
like other Legion stuff is machining, and their stride, half of their strides are machining.
Half of their 2 stride is machining.
Yeah.
Which their stride isn't really anything special, so we won't really
Yeah, we yeah.
talk on it. So going into grades, what's their biggest help trigger? Because I know a lot of clans like crit. Is there any? Are they one like that or
Crit, I would generally say crit is probably the best
Yeah,
choice.
probably.
Crits and draws, 8 crits, 4 draws, standard stuff.
Yeah.
4 heals.
P guard.
P guards, 2 to 4, I'd say.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Just because they are meant to be more defensive, so they can get away with only running 2, but
They can get away with it. So when we're talking about zeros, the biggest one that easily comes up, because there are some that actually do come up. Little B is a good machining to reference, but Megacolony Battler C, man.
yeah, Battler C is awesome in almost every deck.
Like, he's even used in machining decks. It's like, hey, I'm just here.
Yeah.
What he does is he gets the Forerunner skill, and then unlike most grade 3 searchers, I don't think Megacolony has a grade 3 searcher, do they?
No, he's not a grade 3 searcher.
He says Counterblast 1, when my attack that I boosted successfully hits, I go into the soul and I rest a unit. So, it's a very snipe style unit, but it's a very nice starter.
It's one of the cheapest ways to make your opponent not do something, so...
It is, actually. And also he is going to be much more target for cannon fodder to be like, hey, I need to get rid of units, let's blow that up first. Even though I want to blow up those grade 1s, that thing's annoying. And we'll definitely talk about grade 1 because Grant's kind of cheating when we talk about this next grade 1 going in, because it's almost the exact same as Battler B. Or no, it's Battler C.
It is Battler B.
It is Battler B. Let's just... what am I saying?
Yeah, Battler B...
Good in pretty much any Megacolony deck, right?
Yeah,
Machining's just anything Battler B.
yes. Anything you can fit Battler B in, he's got an effect that's cheap enough, and he adds enough pressure that, like...
It's pretty much,
people don't want to get hit by when he boosts, so...
It's Battler C except... It's Battler C except 6k and I'm a grade 1.
Yeah, and it doesn't throw itself into the soul.
Yeah. It's a real shame it's 6, though. Like, if it was 7, this would be ridiculous, though, so...
Yeah.
At the very least, it's a 6.
By the time it was released, it was amazing. Now it's just good.
It's... Yeah, because Megacolony really went to machinings, and they really took a liking to machinings.
Yeah, and there's a lot of machining grade 2s that basically just do its effect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so... But... This is probably, if you're not going to specifically make a machining deck, this is probably the best one.
Yeah. And Megacolony is actually good at not making a specific machining deck, but unfortunately most of their support nowadays is going to be machining. What was our big... Oh, yeah. No, I don't want grade 1s, I want grade 2s. Please give me the grade 2s. What's a grade 2? Said Morikawa. So grade 2s, a lot of them are actually pretty standard, but I guess if we were going to talk about one, we decided to just talk about machine. How do you say that?
Papilio.
Papilio? It's an 8K, but at the very least, when you call it, if you have a Megacolony Vanguard, rest a unit, so it's a free rest.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of there's a lot of choices that we could have picked to talk about for grade 2, but we picked this one just because it works in any deck.
Yeah, it really does,
That's the
actually.
thing that you need to realize about it. You know?
And one thing I'm gonna say is, I don't like a lot of 8K grade 2s. Like, I'm not sure if you do.
I like them.
I'm not a fan
Just
of a lot of
because-
8K grade 2s.
I like special interceptors, that's why.
Okay, special interceptors, yeah, but like other 8Ks, like the ones that say get +3 to become an 11K if you do something.
Those I find useless.
Yeah, I don't really like. I
Especially
don't.
when 9K ones say it has 3 can be 12.
Yeah, it can be 12.
So,
But this one's actually an okay 8K just because I just get skill off it.
exactly.
Like 8Ks, you want to run them like only if they have a specific skill that's specific to the deck.
I'd say that there are better machining grade 2s though that you could probably run instead of.
Yeah, that one is not one you'd run max 4. That is not.
No. So.
And then grade 3, like
Is black! Solid black! There are none!
there are no grade 3s. Megacolony isn't a deck. So before we talk about the obvious, like, really good grade 3 that should be talked about, let's talk about the really crappy one.
Yeah, Death Warden, Antlion.
Yeah, I'm a Mega Blast. Remember those?
Yeah.
You remember Vampire, right? Yeah. Actually, Vampire and Mobile Hospital are still the only 2 Mega Blast people use.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Because they're really unique in their own standards. But let's talk
Logrim.
about Death Warden.
Logrim can also be good, but anyways.
I don't remember which one that was.
Demon Slaying Swordsman Logrim.
Oh, the one that gets, you Mega Blast and he gets crit the rest of the game?
No. That's General Gyara's, I believe.
No, that's not Gyara's.
But no,
There's one that gets crit first.
Demon Slaying Swordsman Logrim is a Royal Paladin card that came out in the very beginning.
See, Warden is so bad, we have to resort to talk about other Mega Blasts that are better than him.
But no, Logrim said whenever his attack when his attack hits, you can Mega Blast.
No, someone can
all
look
their
that up
rear guards.
themselves. Warden.
Anyways.
Mega Blast, and I rest all of your rear guards.
This one's more useless.
Yeah. Warden. I Mega Blast to rest all of your rear guards. Now, on writing, that actually sounds pretty interesting. Like, if it was cheaper cost, it would actually be pretty effective. Oh, wait. There is one for a cheaper cost. You've got to be kidding me.
There is one for, yeah.
BRB. Yeah, we're back. Alright, so that was fun. I guess we got back to where we need to. Let's talk about the thing that's better than Death Warden and pretty much the best unit in any Megacolony deck.
Yeah, alright, so...
Unrivaled, wait, we're gonna wait for the dramatic reveal.
Unrivaled Blade Rogue Cyclomatooth.
Unrivaled Blade Rogue, I think it's Calamatoothe. People say Calamatoothe. Cyclomatooth.
Cyclomatooth.
Oh wow, that is a different way from what I've been saying. The best brake ride ever. Like, period. The best unit ever. No, it is the best brake ride ever. No arguments.
It is, yeah, it's pretty good.
Me and Monty even rated this as the best unit ever. Above Noel Vage, because it's that amazing.
I wouldn't put it about that far, but...
We did.
It's a really good card. It can really slow your opponents down. It stops literally everything on your opponent's side of the field.
What this thing says is, brake ride, I get +10, your opponent's field is rested. That includes the Vanguard, so... Oh, you Legioned? I guess your Legion isn't attacking.
Yeah,
Nothing's attacking.
It's a lot weaker now that they added Stride.
Oh yes, Stride's a thing, but...
But...
You still need to discard a grade 3 in order to even do that.
Exactly.
And I think Monty especially knows the severe brutality of this unit, because when I deck tested this, I would literally brake ride on top of brake ride on top of brake ride, and continuously do this so that they could not get out. Is an eternal... Like, Late Joker can lock all... Omega can lock all he wants, but... Yeah, eternal rest. Like, you are stuck in this web, you're not getting out.
Yeah, so that's the advantages of Cyclomatooth.
And you can use him in any deck. Like, people who run him in machining, he's that good.
Well, yeah.
Because literally, it's just like nothing stands, and the only way to get... Also, it says, if all your opponent's rear guards are rest, you get +2. That's nice.
Yeah. One of the things to note about machining is that it's one of the few archetypes, though, or sorry, subclans,
That's an archetype. Machining is an archetype.
that don't actually really require you to run just them.
That is
That's why
true.
we're going over a lot. Like, a lot of other subclans
Really focus on specific, like brawlers are really brawler specific, or eradicators are eradicator specific.
yeah, so machinings aren't anywhere near as specific as...
No, I think there's like one or two cards that are just like, hey, I need a machining Vanguard or I need to counterblast machinings, but
A lot of them actually require machinings in the soul.
that's true.
So,
But yeah, Cyclomatooth is like ungodly amazing. Like, especially considering that I forget if they have a limit break enabler that allows them to break ride for 3 or less, but I'm not sure. I don't think they do. Which, once they get one, because they probably will at some point, it's going to be more ridiculous.
yeah.
So, we're not really going to touch on the grade 4s again because they're really nothing special, so...
Yeah, look those up on your own time. What do you think you're doing? Watching videos for fun?
What's fun?
We don't do fun here.
We do serious! Okay, so... Megacolony
Lying down on a
overall.
couch.
So, overall, like, where would you rate them?
Where would I rate Megacolony? I'd say, like... You were telling me putting them, like, a strong mid-tier. I still put them at lower mid-tier, in all honesty.
Why would you put them lower mid-tier? I'm just curious about
Just
that.
because they've lost so much with Stride. They've lost Cyclomatooth being as ultimately powerful as he was.
That's true.
And they don't get as much power or...
Well, even if you stride, the rear guards are still rested, so...
Well, true, but
That
still.
means only one attack, so I P-guard that, I'm fine.
Well, no, because they can get around that with rear guards so easily now.
That's true.
Like, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, that's
So-
very true. Like, to be fair though, this still screws over a ton of Aquaforce decks. Like, Calamity alone is just like, hey, no Aquaforce, no.
Yeah.
And to
Which-
wreck a
oh,
meta
it's
deck
like-
so badly, when you yourself aren't in the meta, which, let's be honest, Megacolony isn't meta.
Yeah.
Whereas you could say Gold's like wreck meta Link Joker, but then again, Golds are also meta, so that's really not as much of an accomplishment as non-meta wrecking meta. So I just really put them at a strong medium.
I put them at a low medium. But that's just...
Megacolony is just one of those decks that you have to go up against to understand why they're good. Because when people look at them, they're like, what? Bugs? What? And then you actually play them and you're like, oh god, they're actually really good.
Yeah, no, me putting them at low medium, like, remember, they're still my favorite deck, so, like, I'm just gonna try and be, like, fully honest with you. They aren't the best deck. They aren't even, like, the second best deck.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yes. They're...
Spike Bros are the best, right? Grappler's the best, right?
Nova Vaj is the best.
Shut up, Novell. I talked about I already raged at Cockroach. I don't even want it anymore.
Dragon World is the best.
We don't talk about that here. Okay, so this has been Solomon T for Team O.M.G. Vanguard. This has been the Clan Megacolony, and this is us signing off.
Teemo Vanguard.